So you're planning your first trip to Scotland. You've watched a few YouTube videos, you've got Edinburgh Castle, you've got Loch Ness on the list, and you're probably wondering whether you actually need a waterproof jacket in July. You do, and there's about 12 other things that nobody tells first-timers to Scotland. Things that turn a good trip into the trip that ruins all other trips for you. I'm Nico, and I've worked in hotels, restaurants, and tourism my whole life. From budget to ultra luxury. I've watched tourists make the same mistakes year after year, and I live here, so let's fix that. Welcome to my channel, Goldberg Travel. Let's dive in. First thing, and I cannot stress this enough, book your experiences with plenty of time. It sounds obvious, but I see this constantly, and I've done it myself. People turn up thinking they'll book a famous whiskey tasting on the day, grab a dinner at that renowned restaurant, or just rock up to Skara Brae and purchase a ticket on the day. You won't. And I'm here to tell you that the good stuff sells weeks in advance, especially in the summer. Get your bookings locked in and then build the rest of your trip around a few key bookings. And while we're on planning, if you want a life-changing trip, I recommend giving yourself 2 weeks. I know not everyone can swing 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a long time. However, you can do it on a budget and you can make it work. But Scotland is deceptively dense. You're not just ticking off Edinburgh and calling it done. The magic is in the Highlands, the islands, the random castles you find because you followed a brown sign. If you do 1 week, you'll have a good time, an amazing time, but you'll leave feeling like you missed out. If you have 2 weeks, you can turn this trip into a life-changing experience. Now, I know you're gonna roll your eyes. Packing waterproof clothing sounds obvious, but I don't care if it's August. I don't care if the forecast in Scotland says sunshine. Scottish weather operates on entirely its own logic. And that logic is, it will rain on you at some point during the day. Bring a proper waterproof jacket, not water-resistant, proper Gore-Tex. It's going to protect you from the rain. This seemingly small thing to remember can end up completely changing your trip. You'll never be caught lacking. You'll never be caught getting soaked. You'll always have it ready for backup just in case. On top of that, although it's obvious, multiple layers, because you'll get all 4 seasons in one afternoon in Scotland. So if you have multiple layers, you can be ready for all 4 of them. The people having the worst time are always the ones in jeans and a hoodie halfway up a Monroe, absolutely soaked to the bone. Do not be that guy. Now, this is a big one. Get out of the cities. Edinburgh and Glasgow are class. They are world-class cities. But if you spend your whole trip in Edinburgh and Glasgow, you haven't really experienced or seen Scotland. The mountains, the lochs, the castles in the middle of nowhere, the ruins, the standing stones. That's the stuff you'll remember. Now, here's a tip most guides won't give you. Follow the brown signs in Scotland. These are our tourist information signs on the roads, and they often have a symbol, castle, heritage site. These will lead you to hidden gems that you won't find just looking through the internet. Some of the best experiences I've ever had traveling my beautiful country is going from one place to another. Along the way, you come across these brown signs and you decide, yeah, I can give an hour to explore this random site, and you end up arriving at a castle ruin, no one's around, beautiful scenery. That's how you want to experience Scotland. Those impulsive moments of exploration. So follow the brown signs. Right, let's talk activities. Ghost tours. Every city in Scotland has them. Edinburgh, Glasgow, Stirling, Aberdeen. They're usually at night and led by someone dressed like a Victorian undertaker in character, and they're genuinely fantastic. Even if you don't believe in ghosts, the history, the storytelling are so worth it, and I never hear of tourists doing these ghost tours. They're such an under the radar thing. I've been on them before. It's always Scottish people doing the ghost tours, but they are so much fun. They are one of the biggest hidden gems Scotland has to offer. Golf. Look, I know some of you are already scrolling past this one, but hear me out. Scotland is where golf was invented. There are courses that have been played here for centuries. Even if you've never swung a club, just walking a links course on a moody day is a great experience. And if you do play, you're playing on hallowed ground. Rugby. Scottish rugby is a huge part of our culture. Go to a rugby game. The atmosphere at a Scotland international game at Murrayfield is something else entirely. If you can't get tickets, find a pub showing the games, especially around the time of the Six Nations. The whole country stops for the rugby games, and the energy is contagious. Rugby games are also very family friendly, unlike Football, if you're new to Scotland, going to a rugby game is one of the best experiences you can do. Do a ceilidh. Now, I know this sounds easier said than done, and to be honest, it is. But if you have the opportunity, a traditional ceilidh is a fantastic experience. And before you say you can't dance, nobody can. Ceilidh was built for people who can't dance. That is absolutely the point. The ceilidh bands always tell you how to do the dances. It's part of the performance. They're a mixture of band and master of ceremonies. So even us Scottish people, I forget the dances. I go to maybe one ceilidh a year. I need a retaster, and they always talk you through it. It's always amazing fun. It's absolute chaos, and it'll be the most fun you have on any trip in Scotland. So if you have the opportunity to go to a ceilidh, you absolutely have to. Whiskey tasting. Even if you don't like whiskey, especially if you think you don't like whiskey, go to a distillery. Do a proper tasting. Let someone who knows what they're talking about walk you through the process of whiskey making and its place in Scottish culture. You might still not like whiskey by the end of the tasting experience, but the experience will have an impact on you, and you will understand Scotland on a much deeper level, and you will feel like you've had a more experiential trip because you've really engaged yourself within our culture. Now here's a bit of a rogue one. Scottish saunas are fantastic. Saunas usually associated with Scandinavia, but I'm here to tell you that Scotland's sauna culture has absolutely exploded in the last few years. You can find some fantastic small saunas tucked away in lochs, beaches, forests, hotels. Some of them are absolutely incredible and have amazing scenery, and hardly anyone goes to them because it's very much a local thing to do. I go to university in Scotland, and I go with my friends frequently to saunas, and there are never any tourists. They don't know saunas exist, so I might be committing a crime by sharing this secret. But saunas in Scotland are unbelievable and absolutely slept on. We have two kinds of haggis in Scotland: the creature and the food. The creature lives in the Highlands, and if you're very lucky you'll see one. The food is sheep's organs with oats and spices. Now if you come to Scotland and don't try haggis, I don't know what to tell you. It's like going to Paris and not trying a freshly baked croissant. Absolutely criminal. If you say it sounds yucky, just grow up and give it a try. One thing to know is Scottish people are incredibly friendly. If you're ever stuck or lost, all you have to do is ask. Almost everyone will be willing to help you and guide you and put you on the right track. Some of the greatest experiences can come with interactions with locals, so don't be afraid to have a chat with people who seem friendly. Now here's the thing about Scotland no video can truly capture. This place gets under your skin. People come here for a week and then spend the next decade desperately trying to move here. I mean, if you go on YouTube and look through other videos, mainly videos on Scotland are by people who came here on holiday and then made it their life's mission to travel back here and live here. There's something about the light, the landscape, the culture, and the vast, lush, green forests breaks into your head and does not leave. Come with time, come with the waterproofs, come ready to say yes to things, and you absolutely won't regret it. If you found this useful, subscribe. I'm doing a mix of fun travel stuff and deeper dives into how the tourism industry actually works. A little bit of something for everyone interested in travel and tourism. And if you've been to Scotland and have your own tips for first timers, drop them in the comments. I read all of them. Right, see you in the next one.